We are back with our GMA cover story. It looks like the 5 Americans wrongfully detained on false charges in Iran may finally be on their way home. A deal for their release appears to be coming together. This morning we're joined by 2 of their family members, Tahbaz, daughter of Morad Tahbaz, and Neda Sharghi, sister of M.I. Sharghi. Thank you both for coming in today. And Tara, let me begin with you. This has been an ordeal of almost 6 years for your family. Do you believe that it is finally coming to an end?
You know, we don't know the details, and I think that we're just being cautiously optimistic and, just praying this is the end of this ordeal and that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Neda, how much have you been told? What do you all know?
We haven't actually been told much. I know there's speculation out in the papers and other people seem to know, but I don't think they know either. I think things have been really kept quite quiet and we don't know the details, and the speculation, I think, is from folks who just want to be in the spotlight. But what we do know is that our loved ones are finally in house arrest, and these are innocent Americans who are desperately waiting to come home to their families.
Tara, when was the last time you had a chance to speak to your father? I know he's had some serious health problems.
I actually was able to talk to him yesterday. He called me to just ask about how I'm doing. I mean, with everything he's gone through, I'm just in awe that he always, his first question's about how are we hanging in, his children. So, it was really nice to hear his voice.
And have you had the chance to talk to your brother?
Yeah, I actually saw him on video yesterday when he called, which is always, your heart kind of flutters when you see his face. He falls into big brother role right away, asks how I'm doing, how my kids are doing, how, our parents are doing.
I assume there's not much they can say. They assume that everything is being monitored the whole time when they're speaking with you.
Yeah, we don't ask anything and they don't offer anything. Really, it's just small talk that we do, and that's fine. That's just fine for us right now. That's all we want to know, is that they're healthy and we see their face and we see that spark in their eye. And we know that, we have faith that our government is doing everything it can to bring them home.
Well, that is good to hear, that the government is doing everything it can. Tara, tell us about your dad. I know he's an environmentalist who had gone to help the country of Iran. How did this ordeal begin for him?
So he was there protecting the Asiatic cheetahs, and during an environmental crackdown he was taken. But I think what's more important is that not why he was there, it's that he was taken solely because he's an American and, he's a wrongful detainee, and because he holds a blue passport, he was taken. And so I think all the more reason that we have to do everything to bring him and the other Americans home.
And how about your brother's story?
My brother and I were both born in Iran, but left at a very, very young age. So when his 2 daughters went off to college, he and his wife decided to go and visit the country of their heritage and be tourists. And unfortunately, as hostage diplomacy works, he was, the home he was staying in, they came in and they took him.
There's been some criticism of this supposed deal that is coming together about the fact that some $6 billion in Iranian funds would be unfrozen. Some people say that's paying ransom for hostages. How would you respond to that argument?
I would say, I think that there are a lot of details about this deal that we still don't know. There's a lot of speculation, as Neda has said, but what I do know is that these are innocent Americans that were taken solely because they're American. And what I do know, that it's never wrong to bring home an American. Every single one of these wrongful detainees is ours to bring home, and it should always be a win to bring home an American citizen across the board. And I think that hostage diplomacy holistically is such a larger issue that's not limited just to Iran. So I definitely think that we do need to put deterrences in place to block this in the future. But first and foremost, it is important to bring home these Americans, and, figuring out hostage diplomacy shouldn't be at their expense.
And what do you want everyone to know about your experience?
My experience as a sister of a wrongful detainee. Yeah, well, it's horrible, but I feel blessed to be an American. I feel fortunate that my government is now working hard to bring them home, and I just look forward to the day that I can go to my brother's home in Washington, D.C., ring the doorbell, and have him open the door and welcome me in.
Let's all hope it's soon. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here. to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.